I asked somebody, I said, well, what is the best drama school in the country? And they said, Carnegie Tech or Carnegie Mellon. And I remember when I went there for my audition, we arrived and the time was set for a Sunday morning, and I got there with my parents, and there was nobody in the room that we were supposed, that we were supposed to go to. And what had happened was there was a misprint on the letter that had been sent me, and the auditions were the day before. And we finally found a custodian in the building, and he got a hold of the head of the department. The head of the department came over, and I auditioned for the head of the department. And that began my journey in terms of, I would like to say, awakening the artist within. If it wasn't for Carnegie, I would have never been able to do Ibsen at Lincoln Center, William Shakespeare in Shakespeare in the Park, or Eugene O'Neill at the Goodman Theater in Chicago. The focus on the classics and language and interpretation and in voice, speech, it's very, very, very intense in terms of supporting the fundamentals, which is fantastic and is essential for an actor. For me, the thing at Carnegie, they say that you cannot fold a piece of paper more than 7 times, regardless of the thickness or the thinness of the paper. And what happened for me at Carnegie was the paper started to fold. And they gave me the ingredients to be able to start this journey, which I feel is a life process. It's not just, we're going to read this and then we're going to understand this. It's much more than that. Seeing this journey that I first experienced in Carnegie and being able to understand the potential of what it is to be an artist and how you can really make a difference in people's lives, allowed me to create a theater company here in Los Angeles. I wanted to create a theater company that was able to support the needs of the artists within the company and also be connected with the community. I think that's essential for theater. One of the things that I began to realize in the late 90s with the theater company was watching people fold the paper, so to speak, back to the journey and watch their, not just development, but watching their dreams kind of come true. Whether it was somebody for the first time writing a script who had never written a script. One of the things that we did in the theater company was have a series of workshops where artists, if they had certain abilities and gifts, would support, and give workshops to other artists, so that there was kind of like an ebb and flow, and it kind of had it had a sense of life about it. And also to connect us to the community and also to access the theater. The Veterans Administration here in Los Angeles, which is the largest complex in the country, has 3 or 4 theaters on its facility that were used after World War II. They were a little bit, they needed to be uplifted, so to speak, and refurbished and everything, but it was a way for us to access the theater. And what we did was I created the idea of doing an outreach program for the severely, chronically, mentally ill who happen to be veterans. And different people in the company would teach an outreach program. One of our writers would work with them and and have them write things. You could say this to any artist. She would say, tell the truth and speak from your heart. And I don't think it gets any better than that. And I think every artist can embrace what that's about. I began to think that this is the real gift here, is that it's important what you do for a living, but it's much more important on how you live. What you do for a living will affect how you live. But the idea of this outreach program really kind of was like, it was like a secret potion that kept our souls and our spirit alive without, you know, becoming, you know, an outlet for therapeutic art. It was not that.